everyone! How are we all doing? If you're new here, I'm MoonFauna, and today we are talking about The Sims 4. On Tuesday, November 4th, The Sims released an update that has been on their roadmap for some time now, so we knew an update was coming, but we didn't know everything that was going to be in it until now, since it's out. The update comes with over 150 much-needed bug fixes and free items. They posted a laundry list of the bug fixes, along with a trailer that is actually pretty humorous. At least they are self-aware, especially at the start of the video. Dave, the senior production director, talks about the top community issues being fixed, with the Grim Reaper slashing the issues. He also says more fixes are on the way, so I'm curious what and when the next fixes will be released. If you notice in game that the fixes aren't working, or there is a bug not mentioned, then don't forget to go to the Sims 4 bug report page to report it and vote if it's already on the list, so check that first. I'll leave a link in the description of the video for you. On their news update page that listed all the new things that have come out today and the future items coming out soon, we have learned that it is kit time again. New kits are coming on November 13th. And I do feel so bad for the creators. The two new creator kits are Modern Retreat by 𝗙𝗶𝗍 and Garden to Table by Brazen Lotus. It's just unfortunate timing for them with everything going on with The Sims. It's not their fault. I will say the three new items that they show in the kit pictures truly look nice. So let's all remember these kits have probably been in the works for well over a year, and as a community, we need to recognize that the creators and even Sim team members are not the same as EA's board members and owners. They have very little to no control over big company issues. Moving on, as for the actual 150 bug fixes, I won't read through all of them, but let's talk about a few of them. I'll also link this list in the description so you can peruse as well. Starting with the base game, we have the sabotage interaction no longer being available without completing the Deviants aspiration. If you watched one of my previous videos for the Forever Friends event, we saw that our sim was able to sabotage our new picture frame, so I'll look forward to that being fixed. Hopefully less broken things around the house from our sims and strangers visiting. And I know that photos turning black in the inventory has been a real big issue, so I truly hope this is actually fixed. It says for new saves only, which is disappointing, but it's a start. I know legacy players have been devastated by this bug. I'm really interested in the feature inheritance that they say that they've done. It says that children will more clearly inherit parent features. I'm hoping that means we don't get exact copy and paste of the parents though. We'll have to see because I know people love genetic challenges, and I think seeing the 100 baby challenge will really demonstrate this the most, since we'll be able to see how different the children will look from each new parent. Curious. I'm very curious. Relationship decay after having a baby has been slowed down. Thank goodness. I've watched too many videos of players having this issue. Oh, this is a good one. Random Sims will no longer enter the home without knocking when using sliding doors. I love this fix. Oh, and this one too. I had this issue when making my mermaid nursery. When putting the baby in a crib, it led to the infant resetting on the floor outside the crib. I was trying to age up and play around with the baby to infant to toddler when filming my mermaid video that I cut so much out and built like a back room for the mom to go with the babies because it was overwhelming just trying to test my room to make sure everything worked, and then to get like 30 seconds screen grab of the mom holding one of the babies. I needed this fix. I truly hope that it works. Years. This one has taken years. Nannies and butlers will perform their duties more often. 30 minutes instead of 4 hours. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how pleased I am with this. I can't wait to tell my sister. She doesn't really play The Sims, but we made her a house and we hired a butler for her, and the butler barely did anything. I've played The Sims for years, and back in the day when I would just make a giant mansion of a house that my sim rarely would leave because, you know, I cheated them money and I had them working on skills. So of course I would get a butler, but they never did anything. So I would do what any sim player would do and have my sim marry them. But now we can actually have nannies and butlers that will help. And, hopefully they'll work. And now for one of my favorite fixes. CAS categories will again show all categories instead of subcategories. We will have to look at this in CAS together so I can show you. Because I noticed this the other day when I was working on a sim, and I was so excited. There's still a little quirk that I wish they would fix with the zooming, but we'll cover that later. They've added glass wall patterns for the greenhouse kit and the life and death glass roofs. I'll have to make a note to check this out in build mode for us. Alien Sims will no longer repeatedly wipe out the memory of their spouse autonomously. This is an old bug, and I mean old, years and years and years. And it's just so surprising, some of the bugs that you come across. And this one is gold. I honestly want to say I thought it was just a feature of the aliens and not that it was a bug. I just thought they were like, my spouse can't know I'm an alien if I show them my alien form. So when I would play, I would just try to not show the alien form, but it didn't quite work. Anyways, the vet clinic will no longer be stuck at 3 stars. One thing that I just want to quickly add in here is that the animals get sick so quickly and so often that it makes me not want to play with this. So now when I play and I have a pet, I just keep a bunch of vet treats in my Sims inventory, which is a good workaround, but I would really love them to adjust the rate of illness that pets get. They adjusted, how often they encounter a skunk. I just want the pets not to be sick as soon as I leave the vet and go home. Father Winter now gives toddlers a gift, even if they've not officially met. So that's a holiday win. Happy holiday. Where are the turtles? Where are they? Finally, let me watch the turtle hatching. I made a Disney Choose Your Own Adventure Legacy, and I put the turtle hatching in it, and it has just been impossible to watch and complete. I need to update the Legacy very badly. I last updated it before Horse Ranch, and there are some clashing traits that I didn't realize, so this is my incentive to take a gander back over there, I guess. A high school official will always be present to give out diplomas to graduating students. We shall see. Even university has had this issue for me. Sims graduating from anything has been buggy, but this would be really nice. Then we have a ton of for rent fixes. Tenants will now be able to pay rent. Unfortunately, one of the issues I'm having isn't on the list, and that is when you have multiple houses for rent on the same lot and you have stairs. I get an error message and have to delete the stairs in the other houses that I'm not currently playing in, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna have to go check out the bug list and see if we can vote on that one. Death by pufferfish, overheating, and freezing are now available for child Sims in CAS. Interesting. We'll look at this later too. Ooh, and this one. Most fairy eye colors are now available for infant, toddler, or child Sims. 10 of the 18 overall fairy eyes are now allowed. Oh, Sims, just give them all to us. The same with colorful hair. Fantasy players want this so badly. Even legacy players with legacy challenges like Not So Berry would love you to release the hair colors. But please also give me all the eye colors. Creepy or not, we want it. Connect to Power Grid interaction is now available on Lightning Root when the plant has bloomed. This one is cool. That would be really neat if it works off the grid correctly. Huh. And then I don't have Adventure Awaits, so I can't quite check any of these ones out for us. But I do know that players complained so much over the curtain rod accessory not being in the pack that they made a curtain rod accessory. So I'm so excited for players who have that pack. I really love when the power of the community can get the teams to correct what should have already been in the pack. That always makes me a little excited because they should know by now to give us a curtain, like a full curtain rod. Ah, yes, Dine Out. I just want Dine Out to actually work so badly. Sims can now check off restaurant-related goals on a date, but will they do so in a timely manner? Because Sims doing anything timely is difficult, and I know I keep saying it, but I hope it's true. Dream Home Decorator. This pack was so hyped and then became forgotten about because of its issues. Don't get me wrong, everyone loves the build and some of the casts, but the actual gameplay, I rarely see people play it. Client Sims will stop being unhappy even if decorated to their preferences. Maybe this fix will encourage players to try the pack again. And up above, I didn't mention it, but now I see it again down here. Weddings and funerals both got an update on their outfits to properly wear more appropriate outfits to the events. I am curious about these. Please let me know if you see a difference in these to your games. I really am interested in how many of these bug fixes are actual fixes or fixes that they attempted but still aren't fully there. So if you notice any of the items on the list are not working right for you and you want to share, let me know. Everyone's games encounter different things depending on playstyle, so you never know. Now for something I'm seriously so excited about. And about time, Sims! They've added West African-inspired CAS items and build items. Finally, I know I'm not the only one longing for The Sims to give us non-European world and items. Yes, we have some, but we sure don't have an African-inspired world. And I'm not going to get my hopes up because it's The Sims. But I would be lying if I didn't say I'd be excited to finally have a world in the game. Also, an African radio station would go hard. Give us the music. I feel like we're lacking on a lot of the music lately, and I want it. But let's focus on what they have given us. The latest Sims 4 update celebrates vibrant designs of West Africa with new free build, buy, and create a sim items that bring creativity and culture into your Sims homes and their wardrobes. They are exploring new ways to help players tell stories in-game that reflect their own personal lives. In partnership with the Pan-African Gaming Group and a group of Simmers with direct connections to West African countries and lived experiences across the Black diaspora in the UK and North America, we've ensured every item honors the cultural traditions that inspired the release. Thank goodness it's a collab update. They're always the best when they actually collaborate, and they should just collab for updates involving culturals. Let's take a look at the video. Oh, I love the outfit and the earrings. Look at the picture. Oh, and I love when we get rugs. Oh, they hit the nail with that lamp. And the plant, okay. The pillows are recolored, but I do like the stuff. Oh, kids and toddlers. Oh, and then the new hair. Did we get a recipe? I was wondering if they were gonna do it for infants, and they did. Wow. Look at that. It looks so good. There is a list here of everything, so we'll know what to look at in the game. So I think we're just going to go ahead and jump in and take a look and see. So I've gone ahead and I went to the Sitting Living pack, and Anya here is helping us with a new fit. I really love the full body outfit. And I think the patterns are so beautiful. I have to say I like the full patterns more than just the shirt patterns. But this swatch is beautiful in that. But I really love the patterned ones. And then we have a recolor of the City Living scarf. And let's go ahead and take a look at all the swatches here. I will say that they added some nice plain swatches. And then I really do love the patterns that they gave us. But I do wish that some of the patterns matched the outfits that we got a little bit more. And I would have been really upset if they would have just taken the headscarf from City Living and just given us that. But they've gone ahead and given us a full new recoloring of all different things. Sometimes when they grab things from another pack, they just give us that item without adding stuff to it. And this time they added things to it. And so we'll go ahead and we'll take a look also at the City Living ones, just so we can see the difference. So this is the regular City Living one that has no patterns on it. And then the pattern version here, I have to say that the new patterns on the new base game version are a lot clearer. And I like that a lot more versus some of these. You can tell it's a little bit older of a design, and so it's not as crisp as the new ones. So looking at the new one, it's just a lot clearer. And some of the patterns do match some of the items that we have in game. I think there's like a shirt and a skirt that matches this pattern. So overall, I'm really happy with the headscarf they gave us. I will say what I'm not pleased about is that in every category here, it's not in it. What I mean by that is that it's only tagged as an everyday item. It's not tagged under formal, athletic, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, or cold weather. It is only under the everyday tag. So if you want it for any of your other outfits, you're going to have to click out of the outfit tag, and then you can search for it. So if you can't find it, that's why. The headscarf is also only for adults. It's not for anyone younger. And I did add in the necklace and the bracelet that's from Businesses and Hobbies. I think that the swatches match really well. So if you're wondering where they're from, I just added that for fun. I thought it looked really nice. And then when it comes to the headscarf, you can't check out the earrings, so we'll take a look at the earrings. For the sake of time, I also put her in the new dress, which I did forget to tell you about, so give me a moment. After we talk about the earrings, I'll tell you about the dress. But these are the new earrings here. And let's just click really quick. We'll see all the new swatches. Let me turn so you can see it. We'll start again. I think the colors are beautiful. It is a bit of a larger earring. The Sims, we know by now. Sims players, we know. They give us oversized everything. So I would have liked to have seen it be a little bit smaller, but it's beautiful. It's in base game. I'm happy about it. Now for the dress that I've put her in here. This dress is for the cast member challenge winner 𝗙𝗲𝗱 dress. To celebrate 100K members in the Discord community, The Sims had a challenge that allowed the winner to work and design with the Sims team for a design to be added to the game, and the winner, Sarah, collaborated to make this party dress. She says, "This dress is inspired by my childhood in Beaver Brook, Canada, and my younger self doing ballet for a short period of time, and my childhood love of my dolls. It's a sweet tribute to the graceful, playful memories and creativity that shaped me growing up." So let's take a look at all the swatches for the dress. And I think the bow in the back looks incredible. And we even have a little zipper at the top. I love the little detail. It's a very cute and sweet dress. I think it would be perfect for your like high school or middle school Sims that you're trying to get ready for prom. I think it's a really cute dress to have for the base game. Let's take a look at the other items. So for our masculine Sims, we did get a shirt that matches with everything. So let's take another look here at all of the swatches on just the shirt itself. I think it looks really good. And then this is our new hair that we got, and I love it. I think it's so well done. Let's take a look at it also in other swatches here. And then we have a second style of it that I'll show as well. On to the second style here. We also have some edges that are colored. I love the blue of this one so much. Oop, I skipped one by accident. Oh, and purple. I really love when they give us the two different hairs. I think adding a nice dyed part is so cool. Ooh, look at that one. I love it. Ooh. Yeah, these ones are fun. I love it. I'm so pleased with this one. That's exciting. And now for our child Sims. We are lucky enough to have the earrings in here. Like I said, we don't have the headscarf for children, but we did get a dress. And it comes in all the same swatches. Lies, it is not the same swatches. These ones are, but these ones are different, and I think they're beautiful. To have the full body version of it. Oh, I really love that. I wish we also maybe would have gotten a full dress for the adult Sims too. And for the masculine version, we do have a shirt, which if you want to put it on your feminine Sims, you can just click out, and the children's bodies are the same frame anyways. It doesn't matter. But these ones here. Now these ones are the same swatches as the masculine adult. And we also got the same hair. Unfortunately, when it comes to the hair, we only got the one version. We don't have the version with the dyed tips. And that comes back to what I said earlier. Release the fun colors, Sims. I want my Sim kids to be able to have dyed hair if they want to. We have some things here. Why didn't we get the tips done? You'll see here we have the one that has the tips with the fun hair dye colors, and we didn't get it for this base game update, and that's a little disappointing. I do love that they gave us a hair for the kids, so that's lovely. But let's move on, and I think we'll go ahead and maybe we'll try playing with the genetics here and just seeing how we can get our toddler so we can check out their new cast clothes because they got them too. Let's go ahead and randomize. See if we can see those features very well. Do a couple more. And then maybe when we're done, we'll age them up and see. All right, let's go ahead and try. So let's ignore the shoes, but here is the toddler version of the dress. And it is the same as for the kids. And I don't know if we get a shirt, but let's check. We do. All right, so that's there. And just for funsies, let's go ahead and age them up as well. As a child, as a teen, and as a young adult. Take a look at the features. I think that she takes after her mom very well. Let's see, can we see? I will say that she got her mom's original eyebrows because I did change her eyebrows for this video. But in the meantime, we're also going to age her all the way down to an infant and check out the clothes. So the top version. And I do wonder if there's a full body for this. We do. Okay. That makes me happy. Thank goodness we've got it for all the life stages except for a baby. But you can't make in CAS anyways, so would it be nice if they gave babies more things? Yes. But I will just count my blessings because we have every life stage in the CAS to have the item. And the other thing we said that we were going to look at is about, where would it be? Cause of death. That's what we need to look at. Yep, we have pufferfish. We've got the pufferfish inside. And death by freezing. And you can't really see it here in the video, but there is a bit of the cold chill around them, but with my background, it makes it hard to see. And the other death was death by overheating, which, again, you're not really going to be able to see here. I'm really sorry. I should have changed my background, I feel, if we were going to be doing ghosts. Well, there we have it for the Ghost Kid update. Oh, and one of the last things I wanted to do while we were in CAS was show that if we go into like accessories, it now takes us to all of the items instead of going into bracelets and zooming us in immediately. Now, when it comes to the bracelets, you can at least zoom out, but I really wish it didn't immediately zoom us in. I wish we could just zoom in if we wanted to. And the same is with the nails. I get that we need to get up close to see them, but I can't zoom in and out. I'm clicking the button. There's no zooming in and out. And I wish I could, so I could see what they look like with the full outfit. And that would just be a little update that I think would go a long way for players. But I'm so happy about this. We're no longer going into the subcategory when we click here, and the same for makeup. We're getting the overall areas instead of taking us straight into one of them. It's probably one of my favorite bug fixes they've done because I'm in CAS all the time. It's my favorite part of The Sims. And so that's the feature that I notice the most for me. For other players, you're going to play other aspects of the game a lot more, so you're going to notice other bugs more than me. So please let me know how those fixes have helped or not helped with your game. We're going to go ahead and jump into build mode, so I'll be back in a bit so we can take a look at those new items. So I've gone ahead and taken us to a new lot, and I've put everything down for us to take a look at. The first thing we're going to look at here is the new glass wall. That's for the greenhouse kit, and these are all the different shades that it comes in. And then to show you the difference of it and its texture, I've gone ahead and put the windows down that are in that kit here. Unfortunately, we didn't get walls that have this panel, but we did get the plain panel here. And jumping all around on you, just so you can see it. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like already in here. It'll come and look like this. And you can see the new color right there. And why not put it right next to each other? Oh, I guess I can't do it that way, huh? Oh no, didn't mean to do that either. Okay, I'll do it correctly for you. We want the green swatch right here so you can see everything together. And the other new glass item that we got was a roof for life and death. So I have that here. Now, do we think it'll let me change the color? No, of course not. So let's take a look. We'll try out all the colors for you. I do think that the first and this swatch here are my favorites. Well, I don't know. I really like this one too. I'm glad that they did this. I think it'll be a good addition to the game. So those are the two new items outside of our West African update. So let's take a look here. The painting is by far one of my favorite paintings now in the game. Ooh, and you know what? Let me move it so I'm not jumping too much around when I zoom in. I want it to be right here for us. Let's get really nice and close so we can see everything. Oh, I guess not if I can't do the swatches. There, I have to be there, I guess. Okay, let's take a look. And we have the different frames. How beautiful are these? I love when they collaborate and we get new art. Stunning. Oh, this is so nice. Well, this one's my favorite. How incredible. Give us this world. I want it. I want it in The Sims. And then we have the new lamp. And this one, it should let me go ahead and do the swatches for. This is the 𝗙𝗶H lamp. And it has the woven shade. Oh, wow. This is probably by far one of the best base game lamps now in the game. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It is a larger lamp in comparison to some of the other base game lamps, but I think that's incredible. And then we have the pillow here, and we do have a setup all the way over here of all the similar pillows here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the swatches first. I think they're incredible. I really love these ones here with the piping that's along the edge. I think that to have a plain swatch and then a fun bit of piping is really nice. And the reason why I wanted to show you all these pillows is because it is a recolor. And just to take a look at the differences, I will say it looks like this one is a completely different shape. And when I talked about it before, I guess I just didn't pick up on that. And this one kind of looks a little bit heftier when we look at it like this, but these two are very similar. But I think the swatches on this are really nice. I'm glad to have it in the game. I'm glad to just be getting these pillows in general. I would love to see some more pillow shapes that they might give us. I'd love maybe to have like a cute design in the future of like a shape, like a shapely pillow. I know we have oh goodness, I can't think of the pack that it's from, but it's a wider pillow that is flat, and I like that. We haven't gotten any recolors of that one. I'd like to see that too, but I think this pillow works for this update, and I really love it. And let's go all the way back over here. And you know what? Let's just talk about the rug right now, because when talking about the new best items for base game in the game, this is one of them. I think that the patterns are stunning. The shape of it is fantastic. The texture I really do like. And the only thing I haven't tested yet is how it sizes up. So let's take a look and see how that does. Okay, so it is a little bigger. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite a jump. I would have liked an in-between for the size up, but I mean, that's The Sims. Sizing down, you could maybe get like a nice mat with it too. But overall, I think it's really nice. Let's just go ahead and leave it on the big swatch so we can really see it again. I don't know which pattern is my favorite. I think they're all so nice, but maybe this one. I really think it stands out. And then the aloe plant. I have an aloe plant, but mine is not as stunning as this. Who knew that it flowered? Absolutely not me. And let's look at these ones. The basket changing is so nice. We'll have to see if they match our basket next to us here. Beautifully woven. I think that the size is great. The texture. I really love when we get new plants in the game. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we can really match things up. Oh, how beautiful. And you know what? Let's try sizing these up and down too, just so we can see. Okay, so sizing up, a little too much, but sizing down, perfect. And how about for the basket? All right, sizing down, again, great. Sizing up, I think it stretches the texture a little too much to size it up, but it is incredible. And then I can't quite show you too much further in. It looks like I can't zoom in more here, so we'll just have to take our peek here at the food. This is the trio of flavors, and we have 4 swatches for it. And when it comes to Sims food, the texture isn't always the best, but I do think this looks really nice, and we'll be able to put it in kitchens. They look so nice. I'm so happy for this update. And the only other thing that we have left to do is to check out the recipe. So I'm going to go ahead into live mode, and I'll be back again in a moment. Alrighty, so the jollof rice and drumsticks is a level 3 recipe that we can cook on the stove. It's a traditional dish from West Africa, especially familiar in Senegal, Nigeria, and Ghana. It's often cooked all together in one pot with long grain rice, vegetables, spices, and even meat, and is packed with flavor. Don't hesitate to make this recipe with drumsticks and plantains for parties and celebrations, but it's perfect for family dinners too. So I'm going to go ahead and have Anya cook it. So here we are, freshly made. How nice. You've got to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to Sims food, but it's so nice to have it in the game. I think one of the best things that the Sims team can do is add recipes for other cultures. It's great to learn about different foods and to be able to see these foods in game for the people of those areas. It's incredible to be represented, and I really love that they added it. I wish that they would add a little bit more. I'm always going to ask for a little bit more, and you know how it goes. I think that's everything that is in the update. I'll leave all those links in the description for you to take a look at. And I don't want to forget to say this, so if you are in the US and you're passionate about the Sim sale not going through, then just remember to email or call your state representatives and let them know you want the Sims 4 sale to be blocked. You can let them know that it is a potential identity and security risk that you're concerned about. Elizabeth Warren has already raised the issue, but as a community, we can push that forward. Obviously, this country has bigger concerns. But two things can be true at once. We cannot want the Sims to sell to bad people and want everyone to be fed. You can let your representatives know that any of these issues concern you, and I recommend calling because it's harder to ignore phone calls versus email, but you can only do what you're comfortable with. But I think it is important to say because not everyone has the same information, not everyone is aware that you can call for this and other issues that are close to your heart. As a member of the community, I just wanted to acknowledge something that we can try. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who tunes on in. I am happy for the Sims update. I will be even happier for more bug fixes in the future. But I'm glad to now have a little bit more representation in our game. Hopefully we start to see a lot more of it. That is always what we want. And if you, like I said before, if you notice any more issues in your game that they say that they fixed, go ahead and let them know in the link that I have. Make sure to upvote things and let me know in the comments too. I'd love to hear because like I said, I play a lot more in CAS than actually in game. So I'm not going to see the same things as you, but I want to know. Let's share that information. If you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to do those fun YouTube things. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night. And until we meet again, goodbye for now.